And I'm going to go try and look for him. I think it's a little raptor. He's over there under that big tree, straight ahead over there. And we're going to go try and get to him. If he's over there, maybe we can get off some major runic power dumping into him. I did kill him earlier, so I'm not sure if he's going to respawn instantly or not. Or if he's... Yeah, he's over there. He's over there. He's not a rare spawn right now. Hey, Zix! We're gonna have to key you, buddy. We're gonna have to key you, buddy. Alright, so right away I'm gonna pop up my little goofy ghoul over here. And actually we gotta get up runic power first. Without runic power we're not gonna be able to dump correctly right away. But overall I wanna see what we can get up to with that. Oh, accidentally use death coil. Don't use death coil, don't do it! Alright, we've got maximized runic power. We're going to throw in our little guy first. We've got Unholy Strength up. Go, go, go! Go, Goofy Ghoul, go! We're going to dot up the target, throwing that out, and we're just going to start slamming our face on trying to get as much runic power into him as possible. Look at that right there, 2.2, 2.7. Every death coil, he just hit for 5,400 damage. 3,000 damage, non-crit. 3,100 damage, non-crit. 3,100. He's just staying above. That was a 6,000. I saw 6,000. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, so let me get this straight. I'm happy to see Unholy DK's doing well. But when they've got an extreme amount of mechanical stability, the same healing as Frost Death Knights, an extreme amount of damage, I mean quite literally hitting twice as hard as the hardest hitting Frost Death Knight ability, like, in my eyes right now, the way Frost DKs are balanced, there's no reason to play a Frost DK after seeing that. Really? That guy was hitting for 6,000. That was a non-crit. That was a non-crit. If that would have crit, that could have been 8,000, 9,000 damage coming off of the ending Dark Arbiter. What? My mind is blown right now. I really feel like there needs to be some changes going on with Frost after investing some time into Unholy. It's cool though. It's cool to see Unholy's beefy. I mean, heck, if it stays this strong, I might see myself playing Unholy quite a bit, compared to playing Frost as nearly as much as I usually do. Okay, so overall, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with where Unholy DKs are at. Like, I really don't have many complaints. They've got some, you know, the same defensives they had. The only thing they really lost was Apocalypse, and for the most part, the giant global cooldown. I think the only thing that might be effective is Blighted Rune Weapon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that used to be on a separate, used to be on its own kind of global cooldown, not with the rest of the abilities. So I think that's really the only thing that's going to affect Unholy DKs. But, I mean, it's generally something you proc in the openers, so it's not going to matter too much, because let's say I use the chuck method. And if you've never heard of the chuck method, it's where you take your character on a mount, you chuck them through the air, you use one of your global cool, something that's on a global cooldown, like a cooldown right away, and you're going to affect the target as soon as you hit him, and kind of your aim is to jump far enough that you still keep the full speed of your mount, and by the time you reach the target flying through the air, you can use your attack right away. Now, there's a few ways you can go about doing this. One of the tricky ways you can do is you can actually do it off of the top of things, or if something's like elevated, kind of like this. It's going to be one of the tricks I probably use a lot for my Frost Death Knight when I'm popping Pill of Frost and opening on somebody super hard, is I'm going to get back like this, and as I'm halfway through the air, just jumping off, I'm going to proc Blighted Rune Weapon. So by the time I hit him, I'm off global cooldown, and I'm right in on the guy with my cooldown up, ready to go. And that's going to be the way I, you know, get around things on my Frost Death Knight. As far as popping major cooldowns, as you saw there, that was some fast burst coming off. That was some extremely fast burst coming off, and it's going to be the way as melee. We're going to kind of get around some of that, the global cooldowns coming against us and trying to stop some of our damage. So that's an interesting little trick. I just thought you guys would like to know that one. Something I've used in the past. You see me doing it on bosses, raid bosses. As long as we don't have to pre-pot flasks inside of raids, to get 2 flasks during the boss fight, that's the best way to open on a boss. It's going to be one of the only ways as a DK you're going to get to the boss before, let's say, a warrior charges to it. We call that the chuck. We call that the chuck.